What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can scrape leads from Google Maps and send them an outreach campaign by creating a simple automation on make.com. Let's get started. To scrape leads from Google Maps, I'm going to use this tool called Apify. Apify is an incredible tool that you can use to scrape any website and automate projects. So create an account on Apify. And after creating an account on Apify, head over to Apify store. And here, we're going to search for the tool that we like to use. I'm going to search Google Maps and click on search. You can see we have 64 tools that we can use to perform an action on Google Maps. To scrape leads from Google Maps, we can either use either of these tools right here. So I'll open these on a new tab. And this is the tool that we're going to use to scrape leads from Google Maps. Here, you'll need to add the search term over here, the location, and the number of places that you'd like to extract. The search term could be the leads that you would like to scrape. I'm going to add SEO agencies as our search term. I would like to scrape SEO agencies in New York. You can add your location right here and add the number of, in our case, agencies that would like to scrape. I like to scrape, let's say, you can scrape 10. You can choose to filter further by adding the details that you'd like to scrape. Reviews, if you're interested in extracting the reviews. Questions. You can also define the search area by other geolocation parameters, like the country, city, state, county, or postal code. Here you can filter by place category, exact name matches, a minimum star rating. You can also scrape leads. Instead of adding the search term, you can add the Google Maps URL right here. You can also scrape places without search term or URLs right here. And then if everything looks perfect, click on save and start. So we'd like to scrape SEO agencies in New York. So to do that, I'm going to click on save and start. You can see that our tool is running and getting our data. Here, you can see our tool succeeded in scraping 10 leads for us from Google Maps. Here it scraped 10 SEO agencies in New York. We're getting the place name, total score, review count, street name, the city, the state, and the country. We're also getting the website of the SEO agency, their phone number, category name, and the Google Maps URL of the business. We got a total of 10 leads right here. Now we can automate this process by creating a simple automation on Make. On Make, I have created a scenario that I've named to Google Maps Leads Scraper plus Outreach Automation to scrape leads from Google Maps automatically. On Make, I'm going to search for Apify. Click on Apify. Yeah, click on Run an Actor module. Now, yeah, you'll need to create a connection between your Apify account and make.com by clicking on Add. Then here, choose your connection type. Here, rename your connection. Then from Apify, add your API token over here. To get your API token, click on Settings. Click on API and Integrations. Then here, you'll find your personal API token. All you have to do is copy it. You can also choose to create a new one. Add a description right here. Then to click on Create to create your API token. And then with the new API token, copy it, come and add it right here and click on Save. And your connection will be created. Since I had already created my connection, I'm going to close this and choose my connection right here. And here, we're going to choose our tool. This is the tool that we're using. And to know that this is the tool that we're using, you'll see compass/crawler. Go back to our tool to confirm if that's the tool that we're using. You can see compass/crawler. And then here we're going to choose to run synchronously. Then we'll input our JSON right here. To get our JSON on our tool, click on JSON. Here, you'll copy this JSON right here. Copy it. But before we add it to our module, we'll need to format it. So I'll paste the JSON on a JSON formatted tool, then click on Process to format our JSON. And here I'm going to copy the formatted JSON. And then I'll paste it right here. And then here, I'll leave everything as is and click on Save. Yeah, I'll rename this to Google Maps Scraper. Then click on OK. Now, to get the leads that we scrape using this module, I'll add another module. Then on Apify, I'm going to click on Get Dataset Items. Here, we'll need to add our dataset ID, which is this default dataset ID right here. I'm going to choose the format as JSON. You can increase the limits, and then here, click on Save. And here, I'm going to rename this to Get Script Data. Then click on OK. Now we can scrape SEO agencies in New York on Make. To do that, I run automation. You can see that automation ran successfully. Yeah, we succeeded in scraping SEO agencies in New York. and we got the information over here. So we scraped a total of 10 SEO agencies in New York right here. You can see we have 10 bundles. To get the leads that we just scraped right here, contact information, we'll need to scrape their website. So you can see on each lead, we're getting their website right here. Even on the second lead, we are getting their website right here. And we can choose to scrape their website and see if they have any contact information added to their website. To do that, here I'll add another module, and then I'll search for HTTP module. Click on HTTP, and then here I'm going to click on make a request module. Here we're going to add their website. This was a website right here. Body type, I'm going to choose raw. Content type, I'm going to choose JSON. And then here we can leave everything as is and click on save. So here we'll set up a filter. We'll label this to website exists. The condition will be the website should exist, and click on OK. So if the lead that we scraped right here has a website, we'd like to scrape their website and see if they have any contact information. To test if automation works, here, instead of scraping 10 leads, we can choose to scrape, let's say, 5 leads. So we're scraping 5 SEO agencies in New York, and I'm going to click on save. We're going to scrape the leads, get their data, and scrape their website. To do that, I'll run our automation. You can see that automation ran successfully. We succeeded in scraping 5 SEO companies in New York. Here we're getting a total of 5 leads that we just scraped. You can see we have 5 bundles right here. And then we scrape their website, and we're getting the data of each website right here. You can see the status was 200. When we click on data, you can see this long string over here. This is a mix of HTML, text, images, JavaScript, CSS, just a mix of everything. Here, I'll rename this to website scraper and click on OK to convert it into readable text that we can be able to understand. On text parser, I'm going to click on HTML to text module, and here I'll add the data over here and click on save. So here we'll convert the data from HTML to text, and here I'm going to click on OK. After we've converted the HTML to text, we can add the scraped data that we scraped right here into a sheet that I've created on Google Sheet. So on Google Sheet, I've created a sheet that I've renamed to Google Maps scraped data. Here's where we're going to add the scraped data that we scraped from Apify. Here we're going to add their website, business name, phone number, email, their address, a first line that we're going to write for the outreach campaigns, and the Google Maps search URL right here. To add the scraped data into a Google spreadsheet, here I'll add another module and search for Google Sheets. Here I'm going to click on add a row module. I'm going to search by path, choose my drive, and then here we're going to search for a spreadsheet. Our spreadsheet is called Google Maps scraped data. Our sheet name is called scraped data. And here we're going to add values to our columns on our spreadsheet with the data that we scraped from Apify. For the website, we're going to add their website right here. For the business name, we're going to add their business name right here. Phone number, we can add their unformatted phone number. Email address, we're going to add it later on. For the address, we can add the address right here. First line, we're going to write it and add it later on. Then for the search page URL, we're going to add the search page URL right here. And then here, I'm going to click on save. Yeah, I'll rename this to scraped data. And then click on OK. Now to add the scraped data to a spreadsheet, instead of running our module again, I'm going to unlink this. Here, we're going to copy the dataset ID over here, copy it. And then here, we're going to use this as our trigger, open it, and hard code our dataset ID for now. Then click on save. After setting up our automation, we'll connect back our scraper tool to run it. But for now, we're going to use the data that we scraped right here to set up automation. Now, to add the scraped data to a spreadsheet, I'll run automation again. Can scrape the websites again as we add their data to our spreadsheet. That's perfect. On our spreadsheet, you can see we added the scraped data over here. We added the website of the agency, is their business name, phone number, the email address, we'll add it later on. We also added the email address and their search page URL. So let us try to add the email address over here. To add the email address to a spreadsheet on text parser, I'm going to click on the match pattern module. On our match pattern module, we'll write a regular expression that matches the pattern of an email. Over here, how to write a regular expression, you can visit this website called regexr.com and learn how to write a regular expression that matches an email pattern. You can also use ChatGPT and instruct it to write for you a regular expression that matches a pattern of an email. Then come and add it right here. I'll leave everything as is, and then the text, we're going to add the text over here that we converted from HTML. Then click on save. And now here, we can run this automation and see if we're going to match any patterns of an email from the data that we scraped from our leads website. To do that, I'll run our automation again. Here, choose just to run anyway. You can see it ran successfully. We get some with emails and some without emails right here. Now we can proceed to add the websites with emails to our spreadsheet. So I'll add another module here. Instead of adding a row, we're going to update a row. And then here we're going to choose our spreadsheet. Here we're going to choose our sheet name, choose script data. So the row number, we're going to add the row number right here. And then here we'd like to update the email column. So and add it right here. So this is the email. Then click on save. Then here we'll set up a filter and label this to email exists. The condition will be that the email has to exist. And here I'm going to click on save. With this module, I'll rename this to find email address. Click on OK. We're going to rename this to leads email address. Then here I'm going to click on OK. Now let us see if you're going to add the leads email addresses to our spreadsheet. To do that, I'll run automation. You can see we only had 2 email addresses, and the 2 email addresses are the ones that we add into our spreadsheet right here. When we open our spreadsheet, here are the 2 email addresses that we got from these leads website. Let us try and write a first line or an icebreaker for a cold outreach email campaign for these 2 leads. To do that, we're going to use AI and the website data right here, where we're going to instruct AI to use the leads website text to generate a personalized first line for a cold email outreach campaign. So here, I'm going to add another module, and I'm going to use Gemini as our AI tool. So I'll search for Gemini. Click on Google Gemini, and here click on create a completion. Here you need to create a connection by clicking on add, rename your connection, and add API key right here. You can get an API key by opening this link on a new tab, then come and add API key right here. And then here I'm going to click on close. Here for the AI model, we're going to use the latest AI model, which is Gemini 2.0. Here I'm going to click on messages and add the role of the model first. For the message type, I'm going to choose text. And here we can tell the AI model that you're an intelligent writing assistant. Then here I'll add another item and choose the role of the user. Here I'll add an item, message type, I'm going to choose text. Now, here we're going to add the prompt for the role of the user, where the prompt could be in the lines of generate a personalized, intriguing, and captivating first line for cold email based on the leads website data scraped from Google Maps. And here we're adding the Google Maps data, which is this data over here that we converted from HTML. The first line should be engaging, relevant, and complementary, designed to hook the lead into reading further without being pushy or salesy. Output only the first line with no explanation or additional text. And then here I'm going to click on save. To write an engaging first line of our leads, I'm going to run automation again. Here, you can see that automation ran successfully. And here, we wrote 2 first lines with all the 2 leads that we got their email addresses. And here are the 2 first lines that we wrote for our leads. So the first one could be on the lines of seeing an SEO's first 15 plus years of experience and 25,000 plus projects listed on your website. I'm curious, what's the one thing you wish more clients understood about SEO at the outset of a project? That's an incredible first line that you can add to your cold outreach campaign. It's intriguing, makes them think, and the leads will be much more interested in reading the rest of the email. And here's the second one, saying first page solutions dedication to helping certain online businesses dominate local search. Are you also interested in exploring innovative ways to protect your clients' PPC investments from click fraud? This is also an intriguing first line that you can add to your cold outreach campaign. So I'll rename this module to module to generate first lines, then click on OK. And now we can proceed and add our leads email address in the first line to a cold outreach tool. To set the cold outreach emails, we're going to use this tool called Lemlist. So I've created an account on Lemlist, and then I've proceeded to create an email campaign right here. This is our campaign where we're going to send these outreach emails to our leads over here. So this is the first email that we're sending. This is a follow-up email. Here we have connected the email we're going to use to send the outreach emails over here. From the Lemlist, I'm going to click on integration. Here on API, I'm going to click on generate an API. Here you can give the name to our API key, Google Maps leads, and then I'll create a key. Here I'll copy the key, then click on done. And on automation, I'm going to add another module and search for Lemlist. And here we're going to add the leads to our campaign. Here we need to create our connection. So I'll click on create a connection. I'll rename our connection right here. You can say Google Map leads. Then here we'll add our API key that we just copied and click on save. You can see we created our connection right here. We're going to find our campaign, which is this campaign right here. We're also going to add the email address, which is the email address over here. Now, if we source the first name, last name, the company name, we're going to include the information over here. We have the company name, should be this name over here. We don't have the job title, LinkedIn URL picture. We can also add the phone number. I think we have the phone number over here. Company domain, we can add their website, and the icebreaker, we can add the first line that we generated over here. Then click on save. Yeah, you can also duplicate this module, add it over here to add the first lines of our spreadsheet. So here, instead of the email, we're going to add the first line right here, the result. Then click on save, and here we're going to rename this to leads first lines. Then click on OK, and here we're going to rename this to outreach campaign. And then here I'm going to click on OK. I'm going to run this automation and see if we're going to add the leads that we have on our spreadsheet to our campaign that we've created on Lemlist. To do that, I'll run automation again. We can see that automation ran successfully. So we added the email addresses, the name of the company, and the first lines to our outreach campaign on Lemlist. On our spreadsheet, you can see we added our first lines over here. Here are the first lines that we generated, our leads. You can see we have very personalized first lines over here. Even these ones are very personalized first line. On our campaign on Lemlist, I'm going to click on lead list. Here, you can see we added our 2 leads on our campaign. Here are the email addresses, Sarah's is to launch. Here's their phone number, company name. You can also add their first name here by unlocking it. You can also add their website. I think everything is perfect. Now all we have to do is click on launch. On our outreach emails, here, and click on edit personalization. We're going to add our first line over here. Here we're going to add our first name right here, so we can delete this dummy icebreaker over here. So our email is personalized. You can see now here, since we do not have the first name, it's only hi blank. And then here we are adding our personalized first line over here. Now we can send our outreach campaign to our leads over here. All we have to do is just click on launch. Let's try and personalize our second leads email. So we're going to remove this dummy first line. We did right here. So here we're calling out the name. And then we're adding our first line that we generated using AI, and then sending them this cold outreach email. I'm going to go back. You can see now we're getting our first line that we wrote using AI over here, the outreach emails. So now all we have to do is come over here and click on launch for 2 leads, and the outreach campaigns will be sent to your leads with the personalized first lines. Automation. Yeah, we can reconnect this bug over here on how to align it. And here, instead of hard coding our dataset ID, we're going to add our dataset ID right here, and click on OK. Automation, if it works. Yeah, to scrape 5 SEO agencies in New York, and I'm going to click on save. Now to test if automation will scrape our leads, get our leads, scrape the websites of the leads, then add the scrape data to our spreadsheet, find the email address and write a first line, and add the email and the first line to our spreadsheet in our outreach campaign on Lemlist. I'm going to run automation. To run it, I'm going to click on run once. Here, you can see that automation ran successfully. We successfully scraped 5 SEO agencies in New York. And here we're getting the 5 agencies that we just scraped over here. You can see we have 5 bundles over here. Then we scraped their website data, converting the data into text. Then we added their data that we just scraped using Apify to our spreadsheet. We matched a pattern of an email on the data that we scraped. Then we got 3 email addresses that we added to our spreadsheet. And then we generated 3 incredible first lines for the leads that we got their email addresses over here. And then we added the first line to our spreadsheet. And then on Lemlist, we added the 3 email addresses and the 3 first lines that we generated using Gemini on our spreadsheet. After I deleted the previous run, you can see we added the 5 leads that we scraped over here. Here we added their websites, business name, phone number, email addresses, address, first lines. These are incredibly personalized first lines. And we also added their search page URL over here. You can note that we generated first lines for only the leads that we got the email addresses over here. And then now on Lemlist, we added the email addresses and their first lines. I'll open our campaign. And on our campaign, I'm going to click on the lead list. And here you can see we added the 3 email addresses over here. See, here are their email addresses over here. The campaign is to be launched. We also added their phone number, company name, their website, and the icebreaker that we generated using Gemini. When we click on launch, you can see we added the personalized first line for each of our leads over here. So these personalized first lines for this lead, this other personalized first lines for this lead right here, and this other personalized first line is for this lead over here. If we had their first name, we'll have added their first name right here. It will be Hey first name. For example, for this lead, it will be Hey Oleg. All I have to do is just click on launch for the 5 leads, and the outreach emails will be sent automatically on Lemlist. This was a simple automation that we created on Make.com that scrapes leads on Google Maps using Apify. Then we are scraping the leads website to find the email address. Then with the data that we scraped from their website, we're also generating a personalized first line. Then we're adding the email address, their first line to an outreach campaign that we created on Lemlist. If you have an automation or a system in mind that you'd like for me to create, just comment down below in the comment section. And if I land on your comment and I find it intriguing, I'll come back on a future video showing you how to create the entire system or automation from scratch. But for now, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.